with screens. Luka drives. Achua up on Luka. Luka has got him in the blender.
7 points for him. The twirling Doncic. Melting into the defense. The here
for Kid in Dallas. Doncic trying to go right at Gobert.
Okoro in front of Luka. Luka gonna back in and step around and score. Already has 8. A Luka drive.
The two best on the floor against each other on the fall away.
Luka Doncic, one of the NBA's most polarizing superstars, will never win an NBA championship. Sorry to break it to you guys, but Luka Doncic is one of the most ball-dominant players in basketball right now. Luka Doncic is currently leading the league in isolation possessions per game at 8.2. He is second in isolation frequency, only behind James Harden. Isolation frequency and isolation possessions are an indicator of how many times the basketball player has the ball in isolation situations. Luka Doncic is also top 20 in points per possession. He also leads the league in isolation points per game and leads the league in field goal attempts and field goal makes in isolation situations. Now, Luka Doncic is a very ball-dominant player, and that is not always a recipe for success. While doing my research for this video, a name that was brought up a lot was Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson was one of the most ball-dominant players in basketball, standing at only, to be real with you guys, he was probably only like 5'9", 5'10", dominating on the basketball court. And he was one of the most ball-dominant players. He had a usage rate of 36, which is one less than Luka Doncic. Allen Iverson was widely inefficient, only shooting 32% from the 3-ball and 42% from the field. Luka Doncic is not as inefficient as him, but due to him having the ball so much, it makes the offense, it stacks the offense a little bit. Later on in the video, you'll see some clips of Luka Doncic just holding the ball and the offense not flowing. That helps defenses adjust because the defense doesn't have to move a lot. Like when playing guys like Steph Curry, Jordan Poole, Damian Lillard, Anthony Simons, guys like that. Not to the degree that Steph Curry does, but those other guys, they also move around the ball. They move around without the ball a lot, and that tires out the defenses. With Luka Doncic, that does not happen. In some clips, you'll see James Harden just dribble, shoot, or dribble, pass, which also leads to a higher usage rate. The normal usage rate is 20%. That's 100% of the usage divided by 5, 20%. You take 17% of that away, and you give it to Luka Doncic, that's 37%, which means the usage rate of another player is 3%. Obviously, it's not that low from the other 4 players on the court, and that gives you the 17% that is added up to the 37%. But where the problem lies is the ISO efficiency. Luka Doncic is the most ISO-heavy player in basketball right now, but he's one of the worst isolation players in efficiency-wise. Luka Doncic currently ranks 40th in ISO efficiency rate, meaning he's getting 10 points in the isolation situation, shooting 7-8 shots in isolation. He's the 40th efficiency-wise. Luka Doncic is not a very efficient scorer in the isolation situations. Maybe that might be due to his high volume in those situations, but it's not an efficient way to, play successful basketball, if you know what I'm trying to say. I previously stated when talking about Allen Iverson that Luka Doncic currently has a 37% usage rate. To touch on that a little bit more, while Luka Doncic has the ball, it doesn't allow his teammates to utilize their roles fully. Like a Josh Green, who is a guy who was drafted in the mid-first round. He's not able to show his on-ball skills because Luka Doncic is there. Not saying Josh Green is going to be on Luka Doncic's level or any of that, but he was a highly touted player coming out of high school, and he's not having been able to show his skill set due to playing with Luka Doncic. Luka currently ranks 17th in defensive rating right now. Now you all may say 17th is pretty high among, 450 NBA players. Yes, that is very high, but the Dallas Mavericks are also the 16th best basketball team defensively, ranking one spot out of the top half of the NBA. Now, people may say, still, Luka Doncic, he gets to steal the game. He might be a solid defender. No, Luka Doncic is a poor defender. Luka Doncic is not usually tasked guarding the best players on the opposite team, like a Jason Tatum, like a Kevin Durant, like a Jaylen Brown, or a Kawhi Leonard, or a Paul George, So that 17th in defensive rating is very deceiving due to the fact that the Mavs are a great defense. They have surrounded him with, 3-and-D basketball players who can, shoot the 3 and guard, Dorian Finney-Smith, Maxi Kleber, Christian Wood, Reggie Bullock, and Tim Hardaway Jr. The Mavs are also plus 4.5% better with Luka Doncic off the court than they are on the court, due to the fact that Luka's not a great defender, and they could have a 5-man lineup with 5 pretty decent defenders on the court, not having Luka Doncic there. How can the Mavs fix this problem? I have yet to come up with that answer yet, because Luka Doncic is such a great player offensively, you know, with the ball in his hands, that I don't know if the best thing is to take Luka off the ball. But my advice to Luka, I mean, coming to the season, you know, in better shape so he can, you know, play off the ball, work on his shooting, work on, you know, cutting, moving, and he has to be in shape for all of that. All the cutting that you see, you know, guys like Steph Curry, Franz Wagner do, you have to be in shape for that. You have to be in prime condition. Learn more playing off the ball, because everybody needs somebody to win. And if Allen Iverson, James Harden can do it by themselves, or LeBron James can do it by himself, Luka Doncic is not going to be able to do it, no matter how great Luka Doncic is. This was by far my favorite video to film, so I hope you guys all enjoyed. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe.